Hi everyone, this is Lady T with your Sagittarius lessons and blessings reading for July 2023. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the likes, shares, subscribes, and I hope that I'm putting out something that helps you in some kind of way, as that's really the goal of the channel. Okay, Sagittarius, let's get into it. Center energy. Knight of Water, uh, Knight of Water. Okay, we're starting off pretty good here with the can't even pronounce eight things here. But we've got the Knight of Water. Perhaps somebody coming towards you, giving an offer of some sort. Somebody who's you can trust. Either this is you or this is somebody coming towards you. Crowning energy, we have several cards. So we have the Ten of Earth. So wanting, to be abundant, secure, and perhaps do things in a traditional way. You've got the Ten of Cups as you go forward to your happiness. And then because you've got a message of some sort, some kind of letter, some kind of um, maybe graduation from something after learning something kind of thing. What led up to this, again, undermining energy, sorry, is the Emperor in reverse. Now, upright, the Emperor is somebody who's organized, knows how to lead, and like structure. In reverse, that tells me that perhaps you haven't fully stepped into this energy yet, or a person that you're dealing with hasn't stepped into this energy yet. Now, what led up to this, all in the challenge position, we have the Eight of Earth. So, um, being very, very focused, working hard on something, working out the details, to come into a place of reciprocity where you can, give to charities and different things that you'd like to, but also receive. Then we also have the Ace of Fire because you've got a passionate new opportunity coming in that is very creative, and you're going to want to persevere and continue down this path because it's going to be very, very beautiful for you. Because if this is a relationship, then this is going to be lead to some kind of long-term stable kind of situation, but this could also be about you, healing from some emotions that have been left over that have prevented you from doing this, because it does also relate to choices. So perhaps you need to make a choice about a loving situation. Maybe you need to make a choice between two because you did have the Knight of Water and then you also have the Emperor in reverse. So, let's see what else we can figure out. Now, in the outcome energy, again, several cards. We have the Nine of Water. So really, really, wanting to manifest your hopes, dreams, and desires. But you've been in your ego. So be careful about any illusions. Be careful of codependency and being too focused on material things. And it's going to take some strength for you to move from that energy as you move into the sun. So you are basically transitioning at this time from perhaps being very materialistic to someone who understands on a much deeper level, that you can have things without being overly materialistic. When you learn that you get everything from source, when you learn to be grateful, and you share your abundance, you don't get so caught up in it from an ego standpoint, that you can truly, number one, appreciate it, but you can truly use it for the good of all. Now we're going to move into the soul helper messages. And the first one we have here, lost in the ruins of the past. So this is where you have been. Okay. This is perhaps where you are currently, where you were stuck in the past. And you are working your way, again, transitioning to moving towards what makes you happy, and how to stay in the present moment. Next, we have courage, which goes along with the card, the seven of, where was it? Yeah, the Seven of Wands. Was it the Seven of Wands? Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Yeah, Seven of Wands, which is all about, you know, passion, but it's also about having that enthusiasm, that oomph, that strength to keep going and persevere. It says, awaken the warrior of light within you. So this is that energy right here that I'm speaking of. You see how she is very poised. She's got, she's ready to tackle the world. Okay, so this is about you stepping into your power, and moving forward, getting beyond the past and moving forward. And here it is, your next card, beautiful energy. It says, live in this world as a dreamer. So this is about you, using your creative abilities in some way to, help the world and create, a better place for everyone, perhaps to step into your soul purpose even. Um, what lessons you are learning is, the first one is pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So, in loving yourself, you've learned the lesson of self love, and it took you a while, because that lesson, if you had to go from point A to point B, is not a lesson you learn overnight. It's a lesson that you, have to embody, because if you've never been that person before, you have to become that person. Okay, so through, life's, trials and tribulations and different situations, you have, put on, you know, these um, false beliefs about yourself, to include not loving yourself, not feeling worthy, or whatever else, right? So now, in coming back to self love, you've learned that, you know what, I deserve things. I deserve, happiness, and I deserve to live my life in a fashion that is of service. Okay, but also I get to be abundant. I also, get to be happy. Okay. Um, and the fact that you can see yourself in everyone also shows that you've learned the compassion of life as well. Because if you can see yourself in everyone, then you know where they are. And so you can extend compassion, you can extend genuine love and care for another, because you know how hard the journey yourself has been. And you know, I'm getting from the pride card too, you know, there's a double-sided coin to pride. Now, are you in the egoistic pride, which is, it's all about you, and it really isn't about other people. It's all about the materialistic things, and um, it's not about understanding where the abundance comes from. It's you thinking you did it all, when it really, you've done it, none of it. You know what I'm saying? So really, really, stepping out of that energy. Beautiful. This is just beautiful. Now we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So this is where you have, learned the lesson to not blame anybody else for the choices you made, to fully accept, and take responsibility for you, for your happiness, for the choices you make, and for anything that happens along the way. Next, we have courage, and we've talked about that in that one card, with the have courage, right above it in the, soul helper cards we just looked at. And so, again, this is a second message to really put on the armor of strength and courage to move forward. It says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So, this is about stepping out of fear. This is about stepping into your power, because you're going to turn into the emperor upright, okay, not the emperor in reverse, okay. And then the last one we have is really, beautiful, because it's the balance. It's the balance between, um, the self love and the pride, and that is of self love, versus the ego pride, which is concerned about you. Okay, so you have come into balance with that now. or if you haven't, you're transitioning into that. It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So this is about not blaming others. This is about not blaming yourself anymore. This is about, a radical acceptance, in learning the lessons that you've learned and integrating that, and really walking forward in beautiful, beautiful energy. Next, we have the which one is this one? Angels of Abundance Oracle cards. And the first one we have here is face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these doubts. So, this is about you understanding that. That once you face these fears through your courage, through your acceptance, um, you sort of negate them. They will no longer control you and have that power over you. So you can step fully into your power. You can step fully into your abundance, as you have put it out there as your manifestations. Next, we have focus on your priorities. So, this is about putting the things that need to be a priority in the forefront and focusing on them. You have the Eight of Pentacles also, which is that focus, right? It's that, determination, focus on the eye of the needle, knowing that you've got to keep a very, very determined focus as you move forward to deal with your priorities. It says when you put your focus, I mean, sorry, not when, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So this is about handling what needs to be handled, and then also feeling better because you've taken the action to continue to move forward in that direction. And then the last one, God is your source. So this is where all of everything comes from. And then once you step out of the ego, you understand this. You understand this on a whole deeper level. Even it says everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So, if you ever felt like if you were to be abundant, you would be taking from others. This is a message to get you to get away from that thinking. There is more than enough for everyone. So it's okay for you to want abundance. Okay, and getting out of that, vow of poverty or lack mentality as well. Now, this is your divine abundance cards. And the first one we have here is clearing. And this is talking about the emotions. This is talking about living in the past and being stuck there for a minute, and having the courage to move forward. It says, as true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mind to God's, such freedom. So again, once you realign your thinking to understanding that everything is God's, and that by grace and by cooperation and deeper connection with spirit, you are going to be more than supplied for, just because of favor and grace and mercy that spirit gives all the time, every day, all day, right? And so this is you clearing out the clutter of the old ways of beliefs, and moving into this new energy. It says your path. So this is what we're talking about, your path. It says, dear Lord, help me to trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. So this is about you having the trust, faith, and confidence in spirit that as you move forward, you're going to be guided, that you are in the right direction. And should you make a left or a right turn, that you will always be guided in the right direction. Even if you get off course, you're going to get back on course and do what needs to be done. And you do this by stepping into the individuality, who you are, standing in your power, your core energy. At the core, everyone is a child of spirit. And so it's that core that we're all returning to in some form or fashion. That's the whole entire purpose of the journey, is for us to come back to ourselves. And it says, Every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. So everybody has their own journey. Whether you take a left or right, go down the tunnel and over the hill, it does not matter. That is your journey. And so this is also the respect for in understanding that everyone is on their journey. So there is no judgment, there is no blame, there's none of that. There's just love. Okay. Now we're going to move into your lover's oracle messages, and let's see what we get here. So the first one we have a whole bunch of hearts here. So let's see. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So, again, remember we talked about a relationship over here. Potentially. So, to me, this is about, acceptance of one another as you are. You want to be loved and accepted for who you are, and you're being asked to also step into this energy when it comes to dealing with someone else that you love, and really no judgment, no blame, none of that. Now, next we have beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So again, you're mirroring each other. That's what's happening here. So if a person is projecting things or acting in a fashion that you don't like, it's only to mirror back the energy that you are putting out. And these are the lessons, these are the triggers, these are the things that happen, and that help us to get through the illusions and to heal things in our own life by seeing that projection from another. Next, we have give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So again, this is about love. This is about abundance. This is about the manifestations you put out there coming in, and you walking in that attitude of gratitude, walking in that higher level understanding that everything came from source. So whatever you have in this life, you need to be grateful for, because you didn't necessarily have to have it. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a different kind of mindset. It's not about I anymore. It's about, this is spirits and I'm going to take care of it. This is spirits and I'm going to do right with it. Really having a different outlook of how you handle things. And then the last card here is sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. And this is about union between you and this other person involved. Now we're going to move into our romance angel messages. And let's see here if I can pick them up. Okay. So the first one we have here is romantic feelings. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. So this is about, really just going for it. Not holding back anymore. Just really, really enjoying each other's time, appreciating each other. Next, we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So the person that you may be having these romantic feelings for may not be your type, whatever that is. Okay. And that's why it's not good to have a type, because really the person who resonates with your soul is the right person. And it could very well differ a great deal from the physical look of the person or the behaviors that the person exhibits. Next, we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So there's definitely passion and, strong attraction between the two of you. In the challenge position, it says love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you romantically attractive. So again, this is about you stepping into that self-love and having boundaries, and not loving another person, but not giving up yourself in doing so. Always loving yourself enough to have those boundaries where you don't just totally lose yourself in relationships, because unfortunately, we've all done that, right? Now we're going to move into your guardian angel messages, and the first one we have here is love. Nighttime thoughts and feelings are sabotaging your pursuit of happiness. We, your angels, are here to help you heal. Allow your healing light to flow through your heart. Consciously infuse each negative thought or feeling with love and light. Feel both your heart and mind aligning to your soul's sacred purpose and unleash your divine potential through the power of love. So, this is about letting love heal anything that needs to be healed, any kind of negative low vibe thinking, any kind of feelings rising to the top are going to be healed at this time. And so, you're encouraged also to ask your guardian angels, your archangels, your spiritual team, your ancestors for assistance as well. Next, we have prayer. And it says, Dear God, help me to always remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me to always remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you. Because you were made from love. Spirit made you from love. So you're just returning to your natural state. And you're sharing that and understanding that on a whole new level so that you can walk in that energy as well. Now we've got star. Believe in yourself. You are a wonder of creation. Wash away all fear and discover you are a shining star. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always towards love. Remember, stars are born through expressions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget, you are truly a shining star. Next, we have prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me to be flexible in my attitudes and beliefs. Help me not to fear the transient nature of life. Help me to remember the eternal light which emanates from my soul and the eternal light which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help me to remember that I am eternally guided and loved by God and all creation. So again, even if you don't know it, you are continually guided by your spiritual team. Miracle, dearest one, even if all hope seems lost, let not hope slip away, for I, your guardian angel, am constantly by your side. Surrender all your concerns to me and trust in the healing power of love. Please believe that you are never alone. Together we shall work through each issue or situation which is of concern to you. All heals with the passing of time. Magic and miracles are about to manifest. So again, another message of things coming to you that you have manifested, assistance or anything else that you've asked for that's needed by way of a miracle. We've got encouragement. Your love is invaluable to the earth and to those around you. Even though you may not always see the positive effect your love has on others, trust, for it does. Each time you offer love through a loving gesture, thought, or word, you plant a seed of love, and love always generates more love. Trust and continue your loving work. So this is about, again, that core energy I spoke of, that core essence of you. And when you share that with others, it is truly, truly something that brightens up their world. Okay. And the last one, intuition. Trust your intuition and know what seems logical may not necessarily be right. The answer to your question lies inside your heart. Endless possibilities exist for you. Stop trying to work it all out and feel your way through. We, your angels, will guide you. Trust your feelings. What feels right is right. So this is about trusting your heart over your mind right now. Easier said than done, especially if you're not used to doing that. Now we're going to move into the last messages, which we're going to get a couple of postcards from Spirit to close out your reading. So give me just a second here. Give me a couple of messages for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Just a couple. There's a lot of energy in these cards. I'm making them hard to shuffle. Okay, there's one. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, give me 1 second. It flew on the floor. Okay, so the first one we have here. Dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself in the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for our co-creation. To tell the one So tell the one we know to be true about you a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure they're stories you're proud of. Genuine, loving fan club. Okay, and the last one. Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this: try something new, do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. So Sagittarius, I hope this reading helps you. Much love and light, Lady T.